Hello, fellow gardeners and new gardeners. A ton of y'all have been asking me how I grow potatoes, especially the new gardeners. So I was just going to show you how I do it. It works out really great for me every year. I usually get a really good yield. So the way I do it, I don't use the buckets on potatoes. I like using these big containers, drill tons of holes in them, and I can just put more potatoes in them. And I usually do about 4 of these. So it works out really great for me. Now, potatoes are a lot different than the way I grow other stuff. Okay, it's a root crop and it's a heavy, heavy, heavy eater. It wants a lot of food. So what I do is I mix peat moss and compost. I do a 50-50 mixture. That's how simple it is. 50-50, half compost, half peat moss. When I'm mixing the soil up, I will put a granular, slow release fertilizer in there. Potatoes don't need a lot of nitrogen, which like a 10-10-10. It's just too much nitrogen. So I try to find a fertilizer that has low nitrogen. A 5-5-5 is what I usually try to use. So, what I'll do is a slow release. So I'll put that in the soil when I mix it up, and that'll release over time. It'll feed the potato. Once I got all that mixed up, I'll add about 6 inches in my containers, and it gives it plenty of room to root. And then I'll put the potatoes in here like I did. I don't get them too close. I try to spread them out. The type of potatoes I use is very simple. Whatever I have, that's what I use. You can get seed potatoes, which are made for planting, where they usually don't have any pesticides or anything on them that way. Because sometimes at the store, when you buy a bag of potatoes, spray them with a coat that will stop these eyes from growing right away. Because they want to be able to sell them for longer, right, and stay fresher. You just get a bag from the store of potatoes, put them in a dark place. If they start growing these eyes, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about it. If there's a small potato and it only has one eye, I'll just plant that whole potato. However, most potatoes will have 5 or 6 eyes on them, like this potato that I cut up. So I'll cut them up, and I got 3 potatoes I can plant, which will grow potatoes. So this is a great way of doing it. More buck for your money doing that way if you cut them up. Some people just like planting the whole potato. I find this works for me every time, so that's what I do. What I do is you don't just plant them right away. If you're going to cut them like I do and not plant the whole potato, you need to let them sit on your counter where the cut part that you cut is kind of facing the air, because you want it to harden. It gets like a thick skin on it, and that's what you want, because potatoes will rot on you really quick. That's why you don't drench the soil with water. If you keep drenching the soil with water, your potatoes are going to rot, and you're not going to have any potatoes. It's happened to me in the past, so try not to water it too much. You want to keep it moist though. So I got 6 inches at least of soil in here, that mixture, and I just put them right on top, and you have the eye facing up. It's a simple thing, but if you didn't know, now you know. Okay, so you got them facing up, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add probably about 5 more inches of that soil mixture. And usually, what I'll do is once the vines start growing up, I'll put a little straw in there and maybe a little bit of just inch or two of soil on top of the straw, and it'll grow out of that. And then I'll do it again, and I'll do it again as it goes all the way up to the top. Now, before I put the soil on top of the potatoes, I will add bone meal and blood meal, because those are really good for your roots. And this is a root crop. So of course I'm going to put that on top of it right near the potatoes. Now also, I will also put worm castings. I don't think you'll ever see me grow anything without worm castings right near it. It just helps tremendously, and potatoes especially are a heavy eater. Just be patient and they're going to grow for you. So that's how easy it is to grow potatoes. Don't forget to like and share this video, because I want a lot of people to see it, especially new gardeners. I love you. God bless. Tonto Rosenberger out.